how many your hormone levels. But what I can tell you is back in May, I had testing done. I was very stressed. I was living in that mold home. My numbers were basically my AMH was 0.07. And now I was able to bring it up to 0.2 and 0.07. So that's a huge dramatic shift. I took the summer off. We moved to the mountains. I focused on my diet, meditation, acupuncture. I did self acupuncture. Love, can you get socks on his feet? How did you bring it up? I that's what I did. I focused on my diet. I took supplements morning and night. I did Qigong, like where I'd envision energy, relaxing my nervous system, because if your brain's in a negative place, our brain can sabotage your health. Do you understand? I'm just going to give you an example of what stress can do to the body. For example, my Instagram account. Sunday, I woke up to your account is gone. I immediately, because I went into fight or flight. Since then, ever since then, my gut, I've been having the runs. Today was the first day where I was like, okay, you cried enough about it. It's over. If you get it back, great. If not, the universe, there's worse things that can happen and you're just start again from scratch. But I'm saying I was so stressed out that my gut issues flared up. So sometimes it's not even about the supplements. I mean, supplements are helpful, but it's about relaxing your nervous system. I wish there was a pill that we could take and it could just relax your nervous system, but that's not the case. I literally every day today was, thank you, the intest. So what I do, I had a pity party yesterday. I cried to God. And I always think crying and speaking to God is really helpful.
Are you calling me God?
Okay. I was like, give me the strength, whatever you think is me the strength to deal with this. And then I said, I have one day where I'm just down and tomorrow's a new day. I woke up this morning, I went for a walk, I did some breath work. Where you literally, there's so many YouTube videos. Just look up YouTube nervous system breath work. Beautiful creators out there where you just sit down, put the phone in front of you, or just like inhale for 4, exhale for 4, inhale for 4, exhale for 4. I did that. I did some Qigong. Qigong, I swear by it, is amazing. It just basically helps you move the Qi, your energy. I did that. I sat down, I had a nourishing meal, and I feel a lot better. And hopefully my gut will start to stabilize. But since Sunday, I've been having the runs, and I know that it's stress induced. So that is one of the key components I tried to do, because when I was trying to get pregnant, there was that, with anything you're dealing with, maybe you think you're not good enough, or maybe, Altaf, what are you doing? Maybe you think you're not good enough. Maybe you think you're not worthy enough. Maybe you think you can't get pregnant, whatever it is. We all have something. So when those thoughts come in, you have to have tools. So for me, it's breath work. And I just tell myself, I'm thriving, I'm young, I'm fertile. I just kind of switch that. I take a deep breath and then I tell myself sorry to that little girl inside. I'm sorry that I'm doubting you. I'm sorry that so here's the thing, Maria. I'm gonna talk about IVF. Yes, you can get pregnant. You're 25. If I were you, I'm okay. Yesterday, the doctor tried to scare me. She's like, you're on a time frame. I don't, she basically, I was like, I've read about PRP. I've read about stem cells, that it can really help your AMH. She's like, well, it helps some people by 80% and others by 10%. So we can't really promise you the viable outcome. But I was like, okay, but that's my first option. She's like, I would really go for IVF. I was like, I don't, and I listed some side effects. She's like, well, that's the extreme. I was like, but that's what my clients come to me. They go through rounds and rounds of IVF. They finally have a baby and they get really awful diseases. And I can't say those diseases because it's censored on here. She's like, well, that's the most extreme. I was like, but you're telling me that there's no side effects, but then most women who go through IVF gain a ton of weight because those hormones that they're injecting in their body, those synthetic hormones are building up in their fat cells. So she's like, yeah, of course there are side effects. So I was like, there you go, thank you. So I was like, I don't want to put my body through that. She's like, but you don't have time. You know, like they keep wanting to put me in a box. So I was like, okay, I have faith in my body. I told her, and she just looked at me like I was from a different planet. So I'm gonna try to do PRP. But if I were in your Maria, I would maybe, if you want to book a session, we can get up a plan. If you can't afford it, I'll try to tell you the best I can right now. I had videos up on Instagram. Hopefully I get that account back. But in the meantime, I will try to post my old videos to my new account. You definitely want to follow a paleo diet. So just get a crock pot and throw in as many vegetables. You need fiber every day, Maria. So Apple Pectin is wonderful. It's just a powder. The only thing is as soon as you put it in a glass, it's going to get really thick and congeal. So you want to down it really fast. And that will actually bind to a lot of the stuff in your body. You need fiber. Fiber basically will bind to all the crap in your body and help you poop it out so your blood is clean. The other thing is you want to get a red light device and shine it on your uterus every night. You want to take castor oil and start applying it and massage it. And there's 3 points. It's like a diamond point. These are your acupuncture points for, it's basically like this. No, it's like the 2 here, 1, 2, and 1 up here. Okay. So you want to do that. You want to try to press on them. There's a ton of fertility teas. You can go onto Esty and look for fertility teas. And as far as supplements, these are backed by science. Myo-inositol, NAC, bee pollen, Shilajit, NAD is wonderful, vitamin E, melatonin, believe it or not, actually it's kind of like Clomid. I will hopefully have that website up. In the meantime, you can follow my backup account on Abi Energy Instagram .22 and DM me there, because on TikTok I have my DMs turned off, and you can't send the DMs with links on this app, but you can on Instagram. Okay. Shilajit is miraculous. It is. And Maria, I have 100% faith in you, and I believe it's going to happen sometime when you're 26 or 27, but you're still young. Like that's what I'm getting, that it's going to be 26 or 27, which is still super young. But in the meantime, focus up, because trust me, you will never ever get that time back. Once the baby comes, like it's all about the baby. And I think that little child inside of you wants you first. So you just want to nurture her. And when you two are ready, God will bless you with that soul that is waiting. Our baby soul is always around us. Shilajit, we tried with my husband. We love it. I am so happy. Did you try Zor, Shilajit? Oh my God, my son is still coughing. He does have a little bit of cold. Like I said, he got scabies from a kid. Is a Shilajit on TikTok good compared to yours? So I don't know much about other companies, and I'm never gonna badmouth another company, but all I can say is there are different qualities of Shilajit. Being in the industry, there's grade A, grade B, grade C. Most of what you see, especially if it's like let's say a company selling thousands and thousands of units, most likely that's grade C, because grade A is higher up on the mountain, so there's more sunlight and oxygen, and that will have very low levels of heavy metals or none at all, which ours is in that category. We don't even have some heavy metals at all. Like there's always going to be heavy metals in any element of the earth, even fruits and vegetables. But ours are way zero. There's zero fungus. The grade C will have poop from animals because that's where the shepherds, I have videos on my phone. One day I'll do a video. That's where the shepherds live up in the mountains and they take those sheep roaming, goat and sheep. The other thing, if it's liquid form, like honey, like this, liquidy, that is heavily diluted down. So real Shilajit is very hard rock, and then you put it in the sun and you compress it, and it becomes more like a hard resin, like a tar-like. And then from there, companies will then further dilute it to make more money. How will you know what grade it is? So you would want to ask for their lab work. You want third-party lab tested. We don't put our lab work on our website because other companies steal it. I'm pretty sure that my Instagram was taken down by a competitor that mass reported my account for not the right age, which, you know, I was the right age because they take that very seriously. I didn't have any violations. And then once you're like in that system, it's very hard to get through a human, and it's really, yeah. But I used to have videos where I told our lab work. I sell grade A. That's why we don't, sometimes we're sold out and it takes us a few weeks. We don't have mass quantities. You know, I'd love to be on Amazon. I just don't think I could give that much to Amazon unless I diluted it down. You know, unless I took the 100 kilos that I get and then dilute that down, and I would be able to keep up with sales. But yes, we're grade A, and very potent. That's why you only need a little bit. Hi, Emma. Hi, beautiful soul.
Tell me which one. Which one?
Hi, how are you?
Which one? This one. Second.
I don't have a regular monthly. Doctor gave me pills for it to come down. So Maria, I would go to an acupuncturist if you can. They will tell you where you have dampness and they will start doing acupuncture. Then you can go, they will probably do moxa. They will start, learn where they do moxa, and you can just buy it and do it on yourself. But you want to start to get fiber, do the castor oil packs, and hopefully your period will start coming. If your period is off, it is very harder to get pregnant. For me too. I'm in that age where my periods are shorter, they're lighter. So I'm actually taking hormones, but bioidentical. There's bioidentical, which come from nature, and then there's synthetic hormones. And luckily I have the testing, so I'm not just taking this or that. I know what I need. Any suggestions? So Emma, your neck pain could be from a pinched nerve. You don't have enough blood flow, and you are getting dehydrated. It could be from a ton of things. It could be from dehydration. It could be from blood sugar dysregulation. But most likely, if it's also with the neck, you may have alignment issues or tense muscles. So it would really be hard. But maybe try to put like castor oil and just go onto YouTube and find like how to relax these muscles. And if that doesn't work, you can always go see a chiropractor. Not all of them are good. Some are good and some are bad. The good ones are very good. They do gentle. They don't do that cracking. They just they have like a little, they gently, it could be your pillow, yes. Because if it's the neck, then these get stiff, then there's less blood flow. Blood brings oxygen. That's one of the roles. So you're getting less oxygen to your head, and your head's like, hey, giving you a headache, which is a good thing. Your body's like, yes, Nikki, my IG, Yesterday I had a pity party for myself, but today I'm not going to do that anymore. I woke up on Sunday morning and it said that I wasn't the correct age and to upload my ID, which I did, and I thought, okay, it's fixed. And then it said permanently disabled, and now we're trying to just get through to a human to look into it, which is very hard. So if I could just have prayers, if anybody has any ideas. But in the meantime, I do have a backup account. It's abienergy.22. When this live is over, if you guys could go show some love, it would just mean the world to me. And I think the more positive energy you put out, it always comes back. And we'll see if it comes back. I will be more than grateful. I worked 7 or 8 years on it, that account, very long time. But if it doesn't, there's worse things that can happen in life, and you just have to, go with the flow of things. That's life. Sometimes you have ups and downs. I'm healthy. That is the most important thing. I have my family. Thank you so much, Nikki. Thank you. What really made me cry was like, I have a follower that has been on my account since day one for 7 years. And she actually found me and she's like, I saw that I didn't unfollow you, and she found me, and it made me cry because I was like, because at one point I was like, I told my husband, I don't have the energy to keep doing posting. I'm trying to focus on my fertility. And my husband was like, just do what you were doing before. Like, don't, but her reaching out, Susan, she was so sweet. When I saw her message, it really made me cry.
Her last name is Sweet.
Is it Susan Sweet?
Yeah.
Oh wow, she had a session with me many years ago, and she was a teacher for not she was a high school counselor and she worked at a rough college high school. I think I remember she told me. So that job alone is just such a blessing. And she's retired now, but I don't know. What do you do for random nosebleeds? Well, that shouldn't be normal. That shouldn't be happening, and you would want to get it checked out. It could be a deviated septum. It could just be allergies, the simple, but it could be something more extreme. So that is not something you really want to go. I think you'd want to go to an ENT specialist, ear, nose, throat, and just get it checked out. Make sure, rule out anything. You always want to, with your body, like I love doctors, they have a place, right? But like my son has a bit of a cough. Of course, if he's not getting better in a few days, we're put him on antibiotics, but I will try to do everything else before that. I think balance in all areas of your life are very important. Yes, thank you. My son is 2.5, Emma, and he, can you take too much Shilajit? Yes. Yes, I remember I'm like, man, this stuff makes me feel good, and I took too much and I was detox, because Shilajit at low doses will help you slowly detox and cleanse out the gunk. Taking too much, it's a lot, and you can get a fever, you can get a headache. I would not recommend it. And I've done it a few times. They do grow up fast, and I do really want another baby. I really do. I would want to give him a sibling, but more than anything, I do really also want another child. Other my age factor too, because I'm a little older, and I just feel like if he has a sibling, when my time comes, I feel better that he has somebody. I don't know. I think about weird things sometimes. Do you know what I was thinking the other day? Does anybody else think like this, or is it just me? Like, I'm sitting at the table and I was like, thinking about my hard times in my life that we've all, maybe it was a relationship or a time that you were just, we've all had those chapters. And I was thinking, I was like, my son was always with me because he was a little egg, and you're born with your eggs. the number of eggs you have, you're born with as a baby. And I was like, he was always with me through my dark times. He was always part of me. So I don't know. I don't know if anybody else thinks like that. I was like, is that weird that I'm thinking? But he's always been part of me, even because I went through some dark times in my life. So I love your Shilajit. I'm on my 4th order and love it. Oh my God, Mickey, that is awesome. I am so happy. Love, can you go get the Shilajit? Who else? Tomorrow, we have a sale. I just want everybody to know it's a flash sale. I think we're doing 40% off. I didn't check in with my team yesterday because I had a little pity party. Yesterday was a bad day, but today I'm back. God gave me the strength. I prayed for the strength. Love, what is the sale tomorrow? I didn't even check in. But what is it?
If you buy 3, you get 15% off. If you buy 5, you get 25% off. If you buy 7, you get 40% off.
Oh, okay. So
That's
you
for 3 days.
for 3 days.
November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
Okay.
72 hours.
72 hours. How do you take it? This is okay. So this was just in the freezer, so it's kind of frozen. But I just snapped off a piece. So ours comes like it's a little frozen, but you would take a tiny piece off. Okay, you would then start off with less than that. I'm fine. You would never want to do more than that. What's the sale? I think if you buy 3, you get 15% off.
Yeah, and it will last you like
That will
6 months.
15. 3 will last.
One Zor has 55 servings.
Okay. If they're doing this size, if they're doing
Yeah, if
rice
you're
grain
big,
amount,
yeah,
then
then it's
it's
like,
yeah. 3 is 15% off. And how about the shipping?
Includes shipping, which is $4.
Okay. I love, what can I take to support? Dandelion root. You want paleo diet, lots of sulfur-rich vegetables. So think of Brussels sprouts, onions, radishes, steam them up. You want, put them in soup. You want to break it down. Lots of beans, Annie. Beans are soluble fiber. They will bind to the crap. But if you can't do beans, you can just go get Apple Pectin. Would you guys want to see what Apple Pectin looks like? What's good for arthritis? So Hakeem, you want to start taking something to break down the inflammation. So look into Serrapeptase or systematic enzymes. That will break down the inflammation. Get in the sauna and start putting castor oil where you have, and take like a massage stick. You want to start bringing more blood flow. Then you want to build up your blood. So something like Shilajit is wonderful. So if I were to put this in water, it would fully dissolve. If you put it in your coffee, it will fully dissolve. Just know that it will enhance the caffeine effects. I don't like the taste. It tastes like burnt farm dirt. So I just take it like a pill. I just take it like a pill. That's what I do. You guys, get me the Apple Pectin that I took, love, in a cup of water so I can show them. I typically take Apple Pectin before I go into the sauna. What is peptides? Serrapeptase. Serrapeptase, it's a enzyme. It comes from a tree in Japan, and it basically eats the inflammation. So think of arthritis or inflammation, just like think of cobwebs and less blood flow. Less blood flow, it's not being nourished. That place starts to get just like rusty. So also start walking. You have to start walking and building muscle. The more muscle you have, the more it can take it. More taking glucose. How do you spell it? S-E-E. Oh, S-E-E-R. Sorry, I'm dyslexic. S-E-R-R-A-P-E-P-T-A-S-E. That's how you spell it.
You fall?
I would not take it with any medication. I would take it a couple hours apart, but if you have thalassemia, if you have sickle cell, you do not want it, you can't take it. The Shilajit expired. It technically doesn't. It took hundreds of years for this biomatter to form but by law we put 3 years because we registered with the FDA, and then you had to have an expiration date, so we chose 3 years. Will it help? So not per se, it will help balance your hormones, but endometriosis, can you have Shilajit if you have epilepsy? I believe so. I just know that you can't have it if you have any iron issues, like too much iron in your system, because it is high in iron. So that would be a no. And if you're on dialysis, you can't take it because it's high in potassium, and people on dialysis, sadly, their kidneys no longer can balance out the electrolytes. So those are the 2 people that should not take it. With endometriosis, you want to break up that scar tissue. So Shilajit will nourish your body. It won't break up scar tissue. For that, look into Serrapeptase. Well, can you get them a Serrapeptase? You can get it anywhere. There was a company that is called, just look up systematic enzymes. Systematic enzymes. If you're going onto Amazon, please be careful. Some supplements on Amazon are fake. So what you do is you find the one you like on Amazon, read the reviews, go to that website to make sure they are on Amazon. If they don't sell their product on Amazon, most likely it's a fake product. They do it with face creams, they do it with a lot of things. So just type in Amazon systematic enzyme, read the reviews, find a brand you like. You would want to take that for 90 days, take a break. 90 days, take a break, because you need to take a break for at least 2 months. Just be prepared to feel a little crappy the next day, because as that scar tissue breaks up, you will feel a little off. Every night you want to put red light, take castor oil, and you have to break up that scar tissue. Now, yesterday my sister-in-law was with me at the fertility clinic, and she has endometriosis and endomyosis, where her, basically her uterus is stuck and has scar tissue, and sometimes it doesn't open. So the doctor said there is PRP for endometriosis as well, and that definitely helps a lot, where they inject blood. But the thing about Shilajit, it will nourish your blood, and no matter what you're dealing with in life, you want to have good blood. And good blood means taking good fiber to bind to the crap that we're eating every day, so it doesn't get back into our bloodstream. And good blood means nourishing your blood with nutrients and minerals. So you're gonna see this is gonna melt. Love, the Apple Pectin is just in that Ziploc bag. It's in, should we give him some more black seed oil? I have histamine and liver issues. Did you live in mold, Annie? How did you get the histamine? Did you have long COVID? Did you live in mold? Because with histamine, sometimes things can be a little, just a simple supplement can like give you a reaction. What's the what or fiber? I just get Apple Pectin. You can get this. My mold, it's still in my body, Vicky. I wish I could take I wish I could take the medication, but I'm trying to get pregnant, and the studies done on it weren't favorable for the growing fetus. The first 17 days is when the brain grows. So I'm just doing Apple Pectin. This is not a brand. You can go to the health food store and get Apple Pectin. It's just apple fiber. That's all it looks like. It just looks like white fiber, and it smells like candy apple, green candy apple. But here's the thing, as soon as you put it in water, you need to shake it really fast. So what I do before I go in the sauna, because I feel like when I have this and it binds to all that, and then I sweat out. You don't need to go in the sauna. Sauna's great. But this is wonderful fiber to have. It will bind to the stuff in your body, and it will feed the good bacteria, and it's super cheap. I do know companies on here that sell fiber for lots of money. I'm not going to name them. You don't need to go out and buy a fancy fiber like that. You can take something like Apple Pectin. But I would never, ever make a video. I'm sure you've seen those videos about the little fiber packets that are like $150 a month, $200. I don't know. I would never. Apple Pectin is just as good. So how do I get pregnant if I have this mold? So for you, Anne, you'd want to start taking the Apple Pectin every day. Get in a sauna. You need to get that mold out of your body. That's number one. I would want you to start doing, get a red light device and shine it on your uterus and start massaging your uterus every day with castor oil. You need more blood flow. How's your period? Is it regular? Is it on time? Do you have spotting? Your period is a report card to what's going on in your body. So that would be, if you want to book a session and you have blood work, you can go ahead and book a session and we can go over all this. If you can't afford to, I totally understand. You just let me know and we can try to guide you. Regular, but very painful and headaches. TMI, like tenderness, breast tenderness. Where's a good place to get a red light? I like a company called Midwestern Light Company. Midwestern Light Company. I can show you what it looks like. And you can use my code, Abi Energy, I believe. I have a code with them. They're a family-owned business. I always try to support family-owned businesses. This is what it's like. And I just shine it here, then I shine it on my thyroid, and I just leave it on here every night. It's you can shine it on your face. I forgot. I think my code is Abi Energy. If you just follow my Instagram and DM me there, the new Instagram, then I can send you the link. What kind of blood work? I'd like to see a full iron panel. The thing about the US is these things, sometimes doctors, I know it can be hard to get your doctor to do all these, but you definitely want to do TSH, T3, T4, how's your thyroid, but a full iron panel, because your iron can tell you, like, if the white blood cells are high, okay, then your body's trying to fight off old infection or maybe an old virus. Just like when you get like herpes virus, it's always in your system, but our immune system keeps it in check. When you're super stressed, like I used to get outbreaks all the time, and then I healed my body and I wouldn't get outbreaks. The only time I got it again was after I gave birth, because my body went through something really shocking and stressful. So then I woke up a few days later and I had an outbreak. But what I'm saying is, we will have these low-grade viruses still in us, but your immune system keeps them at check. But sometimes if you have too many, it can wreak havoc. So your blood will tell you if you're fighting something based on the numbers, if they're high, if they're low. And then from there, you have to do the work. There's no like magic pill. You have to follow a diet, a little bit of exercise. I believe in meditation and prayer. Take the right supplements and your body will do the healing. Just give your body what it needs and give your body a safe place, a safe space. Because if your body feels like it's under attack, really important. So if you have stress, that's number one. And I'm saying this from experience. Like on Sunday, I woke up to that bad news and I started having the runs for even this morning. And I know that I'm in fight or flight. So today was the first day. I was like, you know what? I need to stop focusing on the negative and just focus and, realigning. And I do that with breath work. And I don't have a lot of time. I know sometimes you don't, but even while driving in the car, maybe listening to a meditation while you're on your way to work and do breath work. Maybe that means parking your car as far away as you can from the door, so you get those extra steps in. Maybe that means taking the stairs instead of the elevator. You know, there's always ways to fit. Instead of saying, I don't have time, you just find little ways to fit habits into your life. And there's something called the 10% rule. If you can make yourself happy every day, just a little by 10%, they start to add on. These little percentages, they start to add on. So maybe that 10% is you woke up and you got outside, went grounding, put your foot on the ground, started, you know, getting some morning sunlight. Maybe you took, instead of going to get takeout, you took a home cooked, nourishing meal to work. These little things, these little habits, they start to stack up. You can't do everything at once, but if you start somewhere. Like yesterday, I told myself, I'm gonna have a pity party or be upset, and tomorrow's a new day. And sometimes you're allowed to have one of those down days where you're pissed off and you're angry, but you don't be in that for too long. Yeah. So you wanted to, so is your period, do you have your period? I do take bioidentical hormones, but I don't feel comfortable telling somebody because I don't know if you have liver issues. Because if your liver isn't filtering properly, that can be an issue. Anything for low iron. Oh my God, Shilajit, all day long, all day long. How many people here are taking Shilajit and their iron's way better? So this is what Apple Pectin looked like. Do you see that I didn't mix it right away? I just want to give you FYI. When you do it, you want to mix it right away, and what happened was it kind of got thick, and it's like a jelly-like substance, but that's just pure fiber. Now, if it tastes weird, because there is no taste, you can add in like cranberry powder or Brandy, my Shilajit is called Zor. It's grade A. Anybody on here taking burning feet issues? Like tingling, neuropathic, nerve? Is it your nerves? You can get bioidentical hormones. You can buy them. Hi, Katie. I know you. Hi, how are you? The only issue is if you have gut issues or ways to tell that you have liver, you might have skin issues like eczema. I love it. We're ordering 3 times so far. That's awesome. That is awesome. Tomorrow we're doing a flash sale. Anybody who buys 3 and more, those are for our regular customers who love it so much. Then there will be a big discount. Anybody who buys 3 or more, there'll be a big discount tomorrow, 111. But a lot of people will buy one their first time, and then afterwards they love it and they just buy like, so we're doing that for our regular customers tomorrow. What's good for high liver enzyme? Getting off all the sugar, but also reading your labels, because they put that sugar into anything. Are you using coffee creamer? Maltodextrin, that's a sneaky name for corn sugar. Are you using condiments? Added sugar. Are you using, so I don't know your diet, but the first thing would be your diet. So maltodextrin sugar, high fructose corn sugar. You might be like, well, I don't eat a lot of sugar, but if you're using a lot of these things every day, there's your sugar. And not the good type of sugar. There's natural sugar, and then there's this man-made weird corn stuff that your body is just, so you have some wrinkles. That's normal. 4 is pretty young. You don't want to, so wrinkles, you might be, here's a few tips. Every day, I'm not an expert. There's a lot of girls on here who are, so I take a little bit of this, that. But one thing you can do every day is just, if this is tense, there's less blood flow. So you start from here. You want to just like do the neck area, okay? Start from the bottom. These are the gates. You want them open so the blood can move out and the can move down. So you'd want to start from here, then the back of the neck, because we're always like this, the back of the neck. It might be tense in the beginning. Go up your head, massage it up. I just try to do this every morning before I comb my hair. I do this to move my scalp, get more blood flow, then this, and then just like go with your knuckles. Love, should we give him some more black seed?
No, that antihistamine.
We have the herbal cough syrup. Why don't you give him that?
Yeah, he's bringing it.
So you want to go like
Some
this.
lights is on.
You see how it got red? That's blood. That's good. We want that. Blood brings oxygen. At nighttime, you can start taping your face because at nighttime, sometimes we're expressive. So I tape one here. It's just called kinesiology tape. You can get it on Amazon. It's on my Amazon page on my website. I think if you want me to go show you, just give me a yes and I'll go show you. But I tape a little here. And I tape here, and I tape here, and I tape here. Now, some people tape here if the lines are here, and you just want to get like a little acupuncture. Let's go to my bedroom. Hold on, I'll show you. So I'm a little neurodivergent. I believe I've never been diagnosed. So I try to have my things that I'm using out. Did the live disappear? No, did it disappear? So I try to have the things that I'm using out. So these are some of the things that I like to use. That way, if it's out, you're going to use it more. This little device, I don't have it up on my Amazon, but it's amazing. It's called an acupuncture pen, and there's two sides, and you just go and you like iron out your wrinkle, and you just like kind of like erase it. Just imagine erasing the line. Just imagine like erasing the line. That's what you're doing. You're just getting away that unstuck, that stuck. We have fascia all over our body. Fascia, when you peel a chicken, that white stuff under the chicken, maybe chicken skin, that white thin layer, that's fascia. And they say that our fascia is where our emotions get stuck and they can weigh you down. That is why some people, when they go to they've seen trauma, their faces change, or somebody's gone to war, their faces that you can see, or some people have angry faces. That is the fascia just twisting it. It's called an acupuncture pen. I don't have it up on my Amazon, but that's what it is. Just you want it to just look like this. It's not more than $20. So you're just gonna go in. When I'm watching a movie, you betcha, I just have this out, and while I'm watching a movie, and if you find a spot that is sore, then you just keep working on that spot. You would go here for these wrinkles, here, oh my God, we have so much tension, this muscle here. Actually, this gets short, and then it pulls this muscle up, and you get those like, those jaws. You can go here, you can go around your lips. People get those lines as they age, and it will be tense in the beginning, but it's a good tense and you can release it. Amazing tool. Every morning yes, my face is red, but I want that. That's more blood. Blood brings nutrients, blood brings oxygen. That's what it does. Now the face tape, I have my other things here, like the creams that I use. And I just kind of tape my face. So this is on my Amazon page. You don't need to go there. So you just take this, you would cut it. Some of them are thicker, but you would just cut them into little pieces. And I tape one here, and I tape one here, and I throw it out in the morning. This is scar tissue tape. And I just put my eye cream on because our eye is the thinnest part of our skin, our neck and our eye. So I feel like it just kind of seals the serum or your eye cream in, and you wake up and you peel it off and your eyes are less dry because the skin is very sensitive. Or some people buy these things, they're just called silicone patches. Type in Amazon silicone patches. I don't like these so much because I like to throw mine now after uses. I feel like things get underneath there, and with these, it would be more expensive. I don't know. So yeah, I moved, and so I'm a little more organized now, which is nice. Hi, Amelia. Hi, everybody. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. And yeah, some people asked if my Instagram was down. It's down. We're hoping by the grace of God to get it back. But in the meantime, we have a backup account. So if you want to follow me there, because I was very active in my DMs, as you all know, I would always answer my DMs. I've turned off my DMs here. It's very hard to send out DMs with links on this, and I don't want to trigger this algorithm on here. They're very sensitive, so I just turned it off. Instagram was a little more lenient, but I don't know. I got taken down for not being the right age. It was really bizarre. She can't help with fertility as I don't have any issues. Should I go private? My doctor says she can't help with fertility. So at 43, it would be wise to. Yes, are you in the US? What country are you in? See, I didn't drink it right away, and that's just fiber, and that will bind to what happened to the live?
What?
The color went weird. Do you use a specific neck cream? I don't. I just try to use, because my thyroid is there, and thyroid issues run in my family. So I used to use Hava. One second. Live one, if we have detected an activity. Hold on. They always do this. Okay. You can just use like a serum that you like. I'm very sensitive, so my neck, if it gets, I use Hava. I'm fine with Hava. Right now, I'm not using anything because I'm doing hormones on my neck. So I have to put the hormones by my thyroid. So I haven't been using anything for a few months. And those hormones are to get pregnant. Thank you, Vicky. Love, when do you think we'll have Hava back in stock? January. Hopefully in January will be in stock. You're from, so how do you put hormone? It's just bioidentical hormones. I'm doing it to get pregnant. I would not, it's not something like, hey, you take hormones, you feel off. Because first of all, if you have gut or liver issues, those need to be corrected, because we don't want those hormones to be building up in the wrong places. And then hormones, the definition of hormone means communication between cells. If they're building up in the fat tissue and they're not being metabolized and going where they should, that can become an issue. So that's why I'm very kind of like sensitive when I talk about hormones. I've had my hormones tested. I know what my body needs. But I can guide you on what foods to eat to support your hormones. That I can do. Unless you come to me with blood work, then it's like, okay, you're safe. You're in the green. But I wouldn't, you don't want to mess with hormones, okay? Like, you just want to make sure your liver and your gut are optimal to process those hormones, and they don't build up in your fat cells and cause issues. If you're 43, honestly, I would go to a fertility clinic, and you would have to do I know these things can be quite expensive. I don't know how the UK is. I'm not in the US right now. That's one of the reasons I'm not in the US. Like, I just want to give you an example. Like yesterday, I had estradiol, LSH, FSH. I had my AMH tested. I had I think under $100. That would never ever happen in the US. And that was like one of the best doctors I went to. So these things like fertility treatments, they're, huh?
That was even $50.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the LSH, they tested my estradiol. So I know but you'd want to go to a fertility clinic and do a full panel, see. Now, if you can travel, Turkey's a wonderful country. Spain is a wonderful country. If you have the means, it will be a lot less cheaper. It will be cheaper there, and they would give you, and you can go in for gentle IVF, you can do PRP. I'm doing stem cells and PRP. They do have to put me under general anesthesia, but I'm sure stem cells in the US just alone would be thousands of dollars. I'm paying $600 for the stem cells. What are your thoughts? I think the Dutch test is wonderful. Yeah, again, working with a doctor, seeing are your detox pathways open, and it will give you a good idea. That I'm a big fan of testing. Where are you going? I'm actually in Pakistan right now, so I'm lucky. I'm doing it with my doctor is from the UK. She studied in the UK. I usually try to find American or UK graduate doctors because A, they speak English, and B, I'm just, Americans have this way, you know how we are. We're very blunt. I'm sorry. So they appreciate that. Where else, somebody who hasn't been to the US might think I'm aggressive, or I don't know.
There's an MRI machine on a YouTube video for kids.
Uh-huh.
And like kind of try to explain what it is, and he's like, "Oh, that's crazy."
Do you get stem cells into the ovaries? Yeah, you can. So they put you under general anesthesia, and they take stem cells, and it can help anywhere from 50 to 80%, and it helps with perimenopause. It helps with irregular period. It helps with it's amazing. It's amazing. But the doctor wanted to say, we have patients that don't respond, maybe by 20%, and you're on a timeline. They keep wanting, you're 43. But I told her, I think my body's going to respond good. So you don't, IVF should be the very last option. So she is getting confirmation if they do it at that clinic. If not, I might have to drive 5 hours, and it will be, surgery that they put you under, because they go in with a camera and then with a needle, and they inject the ovaries. Now, there were different clinics. I called. Some clinics were charging $1,000, some 600, some 1,500. I went to a hospital, so I found it for 600. I'd be more than welcome to do a video. I've done a few videos on here when I went and got that filler out of my eyes, and these private hospitals are just immaculate. Like you're walking into the Four Seasons. Beautiful marble, plants, clean, everything is white. Alka-Seltzer Gold. I have not heard. I've heard of Ormus Gold. Ormus is a supplement. I believe I have it. Somebody gifted it to me. I take it once in a blue moon. But gold, there is little traces of gold and silver and Shilajit as well. Those are elements of the earth. How does stem cell help? So it just basically brings more, I guess, nutrients and helps the cells act younger. I can't really explain it other than that. Some people do stem cells. There's clinics here. If you have diabetes, they inject your pancreas. Some people do it when they have their spine, when they have MS. So, but you would have to do a few rounds. Any tips? Are you eating them raw or cooked? Zinc and copper short term for acid reflux, and taking an enzyme with HCl. Do that for 2 or 3 months, and it should be gone. Also, take this part of your liver. This is your liver on your right hand side, and just kind of like bring it down. Sometimes the sphincter here is also like, so just try to like go onto YouTube and look for acid reflux internal massage, and sometimes that sphincter, that muscle, and so there's massages you can do on yourself or have your partner do it on you. More acidic, eating, I mean, coffee is acidic. I would say drink coffee. I hear you making your body more alkaline. Would you recommend any, you not, would you? The clinic is in my husband's hometown. It's in the hospital. It's the RMI hospital. I don't know what does that stand for, RMI. And the doctor is, I'm still waiting to hear back. She's not 100%. They do the PRP. They don't do this. She didn't have the device. They had it. They didn't. So she's not 100% sure. And we were supposed to call her tomorrow with my results and go back there. Did you speak to her her assistant? Okay. Look into slippery elm. Slippery elm is amazing. It is it binds to a lot of the inflammation in your body. You can do it short term. You can get it at any health food store. Are you in the States? I'm currently not in the States. I am from the States. I grew up in California, San Diego. I went to college, San Diego State, and then I lived most of my adult life in New York City, like the city, not the boroughs, Manhattan, and then I've lived in Washington, D.C., believe it or not, for 8 years, no, 7 years. I've lived in Colorado. It was only like a few months. I was actually very anemic at the time. I didn't know much about Shilajit. This was really a long time ago, so I couldn't live there because of the altitude. But here's a funny thing. If you have altitude sickness, Shilajit is very helpful for that because it grows at high altitudes. So I didn't know that at the time, but I had to move away from Colorado. I lived in Cherry Creek. Anybody from Colorado? If it doesn't get better, do you think? Let me go back to you. I would try that, my dear, and go to Perfect Supplements, get their grass-fed gelatin. You can use code Abi Energy, or if you find gelatin, it's what they make Jello with. Make sure it's grass-fed and start eating that. You can make a shot of it and drink it, or make Jello or gummy bears. If you don't have the time, you can just put it in water and just take it like a shot, but just make sure that it's going to have a weird texture. That will also help like seal a little bit. And your diet, try, if you're having like corn or wheat, today's wheat, especially conventional wheat, is not the same wheat our parents grew up on. It's very inflammatory. It's highly sprayed. The gluten protein is a lot bigger. It's denser. It's just a lot on the body. So this is gelatin, Kimberly. I do collagen, but not that often. Collagen can be constipating for some. I found for me, it didn't do well. This is gelatin. It's amino acids. It's just you need 12 amino acids, I believe, 12, or the number might be off, to make up a full protein. Collagen is a full protein. This is not. So it's a little softer. Also with collagen, it really depends. Sometimes, I don't know. My teacher wasn't a fan because he said the animals sometimes had lead poisoning, but collagen sometimes doesn't agree with me either. So I do gelatin. Code Abi Energy, Perfect Supplements. They're a family-owned company. Their cows are from Brazil, so they're not grazing on grass that's been sprayed with glyphosate. My 83-year-old mother's now taking Shilajit. That is awesome, Vicky. How is she feeling? It can be dangerous for those who have sickle cell, Kim, who have thalassemia, I have dyslexia. Thalassemia, and anybody on dialysis, because it's very high in potassium. So she loves it. That is awesome. So Vicky, tomorrow we're doing a sale for our lovely customers. Anybody who buys 3 or more, the more they get, the bigger percentage, because I know we have a lot of customers that sometimes buy like 5 or 6 at a time for themselves and their family members. So we wanted to do that. I love gelatin. I have bloating issues. Any remedies? Star anise. Star anise at the store. It's just an herb. It looks like a star. You will buy it at the herb section. You can do a little bit of fennel, and after 20 minutes after your meal, you can drink that, or 20 minutes before your meal, you can have that. Now, I don't know if your bloating is caused after each meal. Are you waking up bloated? If you're waking up bloated, that might be something else. You might have SIBO. If you're bloated after every single meal, then you might have low stomach acid. It's not breaking it down. So, there could be a ton of reasons why you're bloated. She loves it. That's one. I heard Shilajit can raise testosterone woman. So I've been taking it for years. It balances your hormones. So if your testosterone, it's adaptogenic. If your testosterone needs to be raised, it will raise. It won't raise it even more. If that was the case, I would have really high testosterone, because I've been taking it now for, I don't know, almost like 7 years. 7 years. That is awesome. Do you code Abi Energy? Abi Energy 10, ABI Energy 10 for our first time users who want to try it out. You use code Abi Energy 10 and you get 10% off. Okay, for our first time users who just want to and hopefully join our community, we will have a WhatsApp community for everybody who's taking it. That way they can go on, they can talk about their experience, they can talk about their blood work, maybe they're iron deficient and their blood work's getting better. What is Shilajit? That is, I will talk about it. Does everybody want me to talk about what Shilajit is? And then we'll say a prayer and I have to go. Abi Energy 22. ABI and just energy, because everything is energy, Vicky. Processing your thoughts, your energy speaks before you do. What are you doing, love? So Shilajit is compound, basically dirt matter. Within the mountain's crust, the earth's heat brings it up and it kind of oozes out of plants. That's the best way. Like, it's the oldest Ayurvedic herbal supplement known to man, but it can also be found besides the Himalayas. The Rocky Mountains has it, the Siberia Mountains. Any mountain that is 10,000 feet above elevation will have it, and it's there. And within that are acid compounds like fulvic acid, humic acid. What the heck is that? Well, in the soil, fulvic and humic acid encase the nutrients. That's why we eat your vegetables, because they give those nutrients to the vegetable. They encase it and they give it to the vegetables. And that's why your vegetables are so important, because you get your vitamins, your minerals, and hopefully fiber. What is that? I think they were just cleaning outside the road thing. So today's soil is not being replenished. Maybe some farmers, like your local farmers market, might be replenishing, but this food we buy at the store, it's genetically modified. It's been sprayed with herbicides, pesticides, fungicides. It is not the same food our grandparents, our great-grandparents want. So because of that, our body runs off carbon, it runs off oxygen, and it runs off of minerals. Right? Oxygen you get through your iron, the air you breathe, carbon compounds, and minerals. And when we don't get that in our body, we start to feel tired, fatigued, our organs start to slow down, we start to eat more because your body's intuitively craving. Why are you spitting an apple out, love? It does not expire. We are registered with the FDA, so by law we had to choose a date, because you had to. We put 3 years, but it took hundreds of years to form. So what is going on? What is that, love? Are they? They're spraying for the mosquitoes? Oh yeah, it's been really bad. Yeah, there's been mosquitoes and they are spreading a really bad disease called dengue, which gives you high fever for weeks, and elderly can actually, it's very immunocompromising to the elderly. So yeah, these mosquitoes here, they're no joke. Um, uh, I basically take a little bit. Now, do I take it every day? I don't need to take it every day. I'm at a place in my life. Yay, please reach out with any questions on Instagram. It's going to be abienergy.22. My other account is down for now, but hopefully it will be up. But in the meantime, I have a backup account, and if you ever have any questions, you can DM me there. I'm at a place where I take it 2 or 3 times a week because I have pretty consistent energy. But in the beginning, I did take a little bit daily. It's always best to take less is more, especially with Zor. We're not diluted. So taking a tiny bit daily will support your body, liver, gallbladder, but also give you those minerals, fill in the gaps where our crappy food supply is not. Anybody else losing weight on Shilajit, and anybody seen their blood work improve? Anybody on here notice their energy? Can you just tell me the good, the bad, the ugly? Maybe you're not feeling anything. I want you to be super transparent. Missy, right now I am, because I'm trying to get pregnant. I'm taking different hormones, and I take B vitamins and some other things that help the A quality. So right now I'm taking a lot because I'm 43 and I need all the help. But typically when I'm just trying to keep my body, level base, I would just take a vitamin D, magnesium, and Shilajit. Those were my 3. Yeah, the other one, Rachel, is an impersonator account. Yeah, they won't take down the people that impersonate you and steal your videos, but they'll take down your account. It's the one I used my old profile picture with when I had long hair. So I used to have long hair and I chopped it off. My grew really fast. I don't know if I should go long again or chop it off, but for so long and I don't feel any different. How are you taking Zor Shilajit, my dear? Are you taking our Shilajit, Zor, Z-O-R? Do you need vitamin? Yes, Vicky. Vitamin K2 is kind of just like the stop guard director to get, and you want magnesium as well. So I would always say it's better to, you can use a little bit of magnesium oil on your feet or take Gero magnesium. Depends on your preference, but right now I'm doing magnesium oil on my feet. That's another way to get magnesium into you. When I put it on I was getting heart palpitations, so it can do that to some people. So I just put it on my feet. But definitely K2, and they basically guide. So think of minerals. We're made up of dirt, right? Adam and Eve, dirt. We're made up of dirt, water. We drink water for electrolytes, sodium, potassium, chloride. We're supposed to eat foods from the earth. For everything is always connected. So different minerals, believe it or not, have like they need coenzymes, basically partners to function. And that's the beauty of taking things from the earth, different herbs, or be it like Shilajit, because they're balanced. They just kind of help balance. They're adaptogenic, so they're in their balanced form. And I just thought about that, like everything needs a partner, day and night. We need partners. Are you okay, love? Oh, do you want to take some black seed? Come here. How's your fever? Your fever's gone. You don't have a fever today. You don't have a fever. My son's a little sick. So you want to support your liver every day? Sorry, they're spraying for the mosquitoes. Does Shilajit help with hair growth? Emma, I don't know what it is. I cut my hair. You can see my videos back in June. I had it this short. And you can see my highlights. I had this done in June. So I've grown like that much. I don't know, maybe I can't really tell you. I don't know if there's any studies, there's no studies. But the other thing I do, Emma, is really important to everyday massage your scalp. I know that Shilajit nourishes your blood, but if your scalp is tense, the blood flow won't, if you have tense muscles. So it's very important to massage your scalp. Find places that are tense, and that's where you're gonna have like tense muscle, maybe fibroid, fib, not, sorry, not fibroids. You're gonna have like stuck tension. So you just wanna break it out. Now there are combs on YouTube that, not YouTube, Amazon, that you can get. They're like acupuncture. Just type in acupuncture combs and you can comb your scalp. Support your liver. Fiber, 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 fiber. You can get beans. You want to soak them and pressure cook them. If you don't want to do beans, you can just get Apple Pectin at the store. I believe, I don't know if the regular grocery store sells it or you can go online. It's just called Apple Pectin. They might have it in supplement form. This is a wonderful fiber. It's a soluble fiber. The more fiber, think of fiber. Your liver makes bile. Bile is like non-detergent, but bile needs fiber. Bile basically cleans out the intestines, but it needs the fiber to push it out, or that bile can sometimes get reabsorbed into the liver. The liver slows down. Your blood filters the liver. The blood goes through the liver every minute, a liter every minute, a liter every minute. So if this is now the bile and the, what are gallstones that has been like congealed and hardened, and so you need to support the liver. The liver supported, the gallbladder support, and you do that through diet. Fibers number one. Beans, 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 beans. Add a little bit of beans with, in the beginning you might have a lot of gas, you might have a lot of bloating. That is totally normal. You have bacteria in your gut that feeds off of the good fiber. And as gas won't last forever. How long that is for everybody is dependent on how bad your gut is. But I can tell you it was awful. Now I can have tons of beans and I have no gas. So if you can't do beans, Apple Pectin. It's a cheap fiber. Now the only thing is when you add it to water, or maybe get it in supplement form, that's a lot better, because this is what happens when you add it to water. You have to drink it right away or it gets really thick, okay? But do you see how thick that is? Now imagine it would grab onto all the stuff, bulk up, and you will just poop it out. You want to be pooping every day. Love, what are you doing?
Balloons.
Balloons, thank you. What about forehead, neck, temple? Love, what are you doing? You want to just go like this? This is, I forgot the name of it right now. It's a muscle. And you just want to open up here, but this muscle will be very tense in a lot of people. Then from here, this is called your occipital bone. You want to bring it up and just kind of like make space. Take your ear and just go like this. From there, just kind of massage the face. Do you soak your beans? You want to soak them and then pressure cook them. The best beans are kidney beans, but all beans are great. But the best ones are the kidney beans. They support your kidney. They have the most fiber. For your liver, get dandelion root tea. This will support your liver. It's wonderful. Dandelion root tea. You can make sure you start reading your labels. If you are going to add ketchup, try to read your labels. A lot of it will have high fructose corn syrup. You don't want that. These things wreak havoc on your body. They're not real sugars. Your body doesn't know how to break down. You're better off just try not to like have these things. Are dried beans? There is a company named Jovial that properly prepares their beans, but of course always homemade is better, but tinned is better than nothing. A lot of the tin companies no longer use that PFO, they don't use those chemicals, and they will say on their tin, but always like best is better, but don't let that deter you. So if you're working and you don't have time, getting tinned is better than nothing. Dandelion root tea, there is a supplement that will support your liver short term, that's ALA, alpha lipoic acid, ALA. That will support your liver. Shilajit's wonderful, and eating gelatin, that will have L-glutamine. L-glutamine helps with your liver. It's an amino acid. Ginger tea, and eating lots of like root vegetables, onions. So just start cooking with onions and radishes and Brussels sprouts. You want to steam them, cook with them. These things, that's what your liver thrives on. There's no like detox for your liver. You just want to support your liver. I love copper bracelets. I don't know how much. I'll show you. We're going to the kitchen. I keep my water in there's copper jugs people can buy. What is that smell of?
It's the gas.
Gas from what? From what? The mosquito gas? Oh my God, should we close our windows?
Yeah, I did close them.
Oh, why does it smell so bad? Oh my God, it's really bad. Close the windows, get the air filters on in here. What is that thing? There's one. Wait. I got it, it was a moth. It was a moth. That was, okay. I keep my glasses in this, and in the morning close the windows. I couldn't even smell it. Oh my God, it's awful. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is not good. Oh yeah, it's really bad. Love, can you close these windows? Oh. There's a disease going around. These mosquitoes, some mosquitoes can carry diseases, and it's a really awful disease. It's called dengue, and it used to not be here, but it's now here, and the mosquitoes are now carrying it, and there's like a whole, it's dangerous for kids. We did move to a new home. We're here temporarily until our other home is finished, but we live nearby. We're in the same neighborhood. So oil of oregano is wonderful as like an antibiotic. It's not something you would want to take every day long term, because it can definitely alter your gut bacteria. It's very strong, but like short term, not more than 30 days, take a break for a few weeks, that type of thing. Maybe, I don't know. All I can tell you, Vicky, is these mosquitoes, they're tiny and they're vicious, and they carry viruses now. So thoughts on grass-fed colostrum? I know that people, you can just get kefir. I get real grass-fed colostrum, not the powdered stuff, like from the real farmers, because my father-in-law has friends who are real farmers, and we get colostrum, and it's great. I gave it to my son. But if it's out of your price range, just go to Trader Joe's and get goat kefir. It's just as good. And you can add in bee pollen or bee propolis, and it's boom. It's like you just upgraded your goat kefir to a whole new level. So it's good, but I know it can be quite pricey. So goat kefir is just as good. My new Instagram is abienergy.22. abienergy.22. Do you know if it's possible? It's possible to reverse some grays, not all grays. It depends how long you've had grays. And you would need to get a lot of copper, bioavailable copper, get your B vitamins up. Sometimes it's a vitamin D deficiency. Sometimes it's genetics. I like if you had a few strands here and there, definitely. But if you have a lot, it's sometimes, there is an enzyme called catalase. You can look into it. It basically brings down the hydrogen peroxide in so your body makes hydrogen peroxide, but as we get older, those pathways kind of just go haywire, and that hydrogen peroxide starts to build up in your scalp and you get gray hair. That's one aspect. So there is an enzyme. I don't know how well it works, honestly. I've never taken it. Where am I from? I was born in Canada and I grew up in the US. But my parents are from, they're from Turkey and Iraq, as you would say. And they moved back there. So when I go to visit my family now, I go back there and I love it. It's bigger and stronger than ever. I mean, when I say beautiful, like the amount, they're just so beautiful now. My Instagram was taken down, Fatima. It was taken down for something. They're gonna bring it up? Who did you speak to? So in the meantime, by the great, can just all, let's do a prayer. And I'm gonna go now because my son needs me, he's a little sick. I will be back here more regularly. I think my life is starting to get more balanced. And would you guys, if I go and do the surgery, which we're just waiting for confirmation for the stem cells, would you like a little, I guess, video on it? Maybe you can be in the operating room when they put me down. No, I'm kidding. So I told you I would be very transparent. If the PRP doesn't work and I have to do IVF, I'm gonna bring you on that journey. I don't want to, but I am gonna tell you one thing. And this I'm gonna do. I actually did a video. I showed my results from June. My AMH was 0.07 and I brought it up to 0.2. So that's like a huge jump. I did that all on myself. It's still low, but I just want to give myself props. So I'm now turning to doctors, and I came to them with, because I was like, oh, I want to do this. They're like, I think you should just do IVF. And I was like, no, I think I have faith in my body that it's going to respond well to the stem cells. So we'll see. We'll say a quick prayer. Everybody, tomorrow's the flash sale, but if you're here and you want to try out one Zor, you can use code Abi Energy 10. We are in stock, and for our longtime customers, we'll be sending out an email, and hopefully we'll have the WhatsApp group.
Yeah, the channel.
We will be sending out an email. Thank you. Hopefully I do get it. Amen. I'm hopefully manifesting that. We're gonna say a quick prayer. He's gonna pop the balloon, love. Lord, I ask you, and whoever you want to pray to, that is your beautiful journey. That is your right. We're not here to judge. Imagine we were all the same. I think us humans having different points of view is what makes us human. And I would never judge somebody on their political views, their religious views. I judge somebody on how they treat others and humans and animals and nature. As long as we're all here trying to make this world a better place, who you want to support, who you want to pray to, that is your beautiful right as a human. I had baby number 3 at 42, surprise one. Oh, wow, that is... Well, I just turned 43 yesterday, so I was hoping it was going to happen at 42, but let's see. Lord, I ask you, anybody on this live and anybody in the world, to give us the strength to overcome our weaknesses. If we have a chapter in our life that is holding us back from our highest good, to please give us the strength to overcome it. Take away from our life everything that is holding us back, every thought, every emotion, every habit, every person, every food that is holding us back from our highest good, and replace it with the highest form of love, self-love, love for myself, my others, my family, my community. Please use me as a vessel of love to make this world a better place. Amen. Thank you. Did you guys hear that? Did it come through? Can we get an amen? Did you guys hear the prayer? Amen. Thank you. And Lord, if you think it's in my highest good to get my account back, please do it. I worked very hard, but I always trust in you. You always know the right path. And amen. And whoever's on here going through anything, Lord, please shine your light and love and make it easier for us. Give us the strength to overcome any obstacle. I know this life is full of ups and downs, but when we are down, please give us the strength and the patience until that chapter turns. And that's what life is. We're here to experience different emotions.
Happy birthday to you, Brian.
It's a school. We come here to learn. We come here to learn. We come here to live. We come here to cry, forgive, love. It's one beautiful experience. And then we move on to, I believe, the everlasting eternity. You know, we borrow this meat suit. Your soul does. It's your soul that feels compassion. It's not the body. It's the soul. It's the soul that, you know, and so you can nourish your body. I don't want to try, but you nourish your body with the foods, the habits. You nourish your brain with whatever you consume. Knowledge is power. Knowledge in all areas of your life is power. But your soul, the only way you can really nourish your soul is connecting to nature and God and light. Anything that is love is light. Checking up on your neighbors, opening a door for somebody, giving your seat up at the bus. These things are all acts of service. Acts of service bring more love. Love brings more light. And that's what our soul is. It's just light. And some people have beautiful souls. They walk in a room and my husband's grandmother passed away on Thursday. And she was such a beautiful human being. And she she had great grandchildren. She lived a very long, beautiful life. But this woman had devoted her life to God and her children. And she looked so peaceful asleep. Just so peaceful. Just, there was so much light, and there was like, I was like, wow, I hope I look like that, because you could tell her soul was in a better place. And sometimes it's hard for us, and his mother's having a hard time, even though her mother, whoa.
What was that? Glad he didn't say the other one.
I tried to tell her, like, your mom lived a beautiful life, and I can just feel that she's in a better place. So it's sometimes hard for us.
Which one? This one?
If you guys can all say a prayer for my Instagram account, that would be so wonderful. I believe prayers. And anybody want a prayer on here, just type it in. Let's just take a few seconds and pray. Anybody, if there's anything you want us, first, let's say a prayer for my Instagram account, because I connected with so many people, but in the DMs. Like, I have so many beautiful DMs of people sharing their stories with me, and history of those DMs going back 7 years with some of my followers. Praying for marriage. Lord, may Jojo find a partner that is loving, respectful, and nurture her on all levels. May they grow old together and respect and have love for each other, because respect is number one in any marriage. Prayer for my... Lord, we ask that you shield Joey Blue with love and light, and you give her the strength to overcome whatever sickness she's dealing with right now. Amen. What is your sister's name, my dear? Let's all pray for her sister in surgery. May she come out stronger and healthier. May you send your angels to be around her, guide her, and love her. Oh, amen. Peace. Amen. Sassy mamas. Amen. Jola. Nicholas, I can't say that C word, but besides doing chemo, look into, I will forget the doctor's name, but what you will do is you will go to ChatGPT, you will type in the Italian doctor baking soda in that word. and his name will come up. And there was just something, he would take baking soda 3 times a day in a cup. And the whole goal is that no sugar, no sugar. You gotta, you. So the whole thing was it starts with fungus. The tumor feeds off of the fungus in your body. And we all have fungus. Some people have a lot of it. Some people have mold is a fungus. Candida is a fungus. Taking a ton of antibiotics is a fungus. It's from a fungus family. So the goal is to starve it out. And they did that with baking soda, and also look into monolaurin, MONOLA, and sour sap. Do whatever the doctor tells them. And also some people also like to take Shilajit with chemo. It helps support their body. So sour sap, monolaurin, the baking soda, just go into ChatGPT. They will give you the doctor's name, and then you can hopefully find the protocol. What is her name, my dear Clonia? How do you know if you have toenail fungus? That's fungus in the blood coming out of your extremities. That's one way. Doris, Lord, we ask you to shield Doris. Give her a heart that is healthier than ever. Shield her with your love and light, strength, and may she have become stronger and better than ever. Amen. Chronic constipation, look into slippery elm. Have you tried slippery elm? And maybe a little bit of apple pectin, look into that. Fungus, if you have scalp dandruff, that's fungus coming out. White coating on your tongue, you get a lot of rashes, itchy, you crave sugar. Those are some signs. I'm actually gonna do a video as I get off. I'm just gonna do it right now. And I have to go, let me do that video so I can post it tonight. I will post it on the new Instagram. Follow there, but hopefully we get our old Instagram back. And I just had so many beautiful DMs. How often do I order Shilajit from you? Shilajit lasts 3 to 4 months, a can, 3 months, 4 months. So
One can has 55 servings.
55 servings, but if they're taking rice
Then
rice
it
grain
lasts
amount,
longer.
it's 100 servings. So not a lot of people have fungus, but if you were on a ton of antibiotics and mold, then most likely you may have, definitely if you lived in mold. The benefits are more energy, more libido. We're in stock. So if you're in the U.S., what are the benefits? The studies are there for low libido. The studies are there for iron deficiency. The studies are there for fatigue syndrome. Some people lose weight on it. I've always been the same weight since I've been on it, and I'm 43. Like, luckily, PCOS, not enough. It will help with different things, but with PCOS, you would need a little bit more. The UK, it takes about 10 days to get to the UK. Everybody on here can use code Abi Energy 10, ABI Energy 10. You can use that code for 10% off. The UK, it's shipping from the US, so it takes about 10 days, a week or so, because we're in stock. All right, thank you so much. Everybody, take care. And go follow my Instagram. I'm active in my DMs. You can DM abienergy.22, the IG, abienergy.22, and I'm active there and I respond there, just like my old Instagram. Okay, thank you. Take care. Bye.
We're live on
Oh.
YouTube as well. You can close it further.